everybody, and welcome to another Tomb Tuesday. It is August 23rd, 2022. This is update number 50. The big 50, but it's not the big update, or at least it's not the big, very special one, right? 5.0 is 5.0, but 5.2 is 1 year. So September 6th will be just a few days, 3 days prior to September 9th, which was the first official announcement from Harry on the Tomb Discord. So that's coming right up. So it's a really cool event marking 1 year, a pivotal moment, all the things that has happened from that time to where we are now. Pretty significant stuff. It does go on to say that the market is bottoming, so we're still cautious as there still may be some short-term volatility ahead, but the mission of Tomb and Life is to provide a safe place to earn yields during this turbulent market, and of course, earn yields during a bull market as well, right? So just a good place where you could be, your money's safe, things are good, still generating consistent yields, and that's a very important thing no matter what the market climate is. And so that's the mission statement right here for Tomb and Life. Next set of Genesis and Nursery pools will be announced in the coming weeks. Stay tuned for the announcement on what tokens will be eligible for earning Life rewards. All right, let's get right into it here. Tomb chain updates. The initial milestones have all been reached, which is awesome. We just celebrated 2,000 wallets, so 2,000 unique wallets on Tomb chain, which is very impressive. Again, especially with this type of market. We also celebrated 100,000 total transactions. So the next big milestones are going to be 250,000 transactions and 5,000 wallet addresses. So that'll be definitely a time to celebrate when that happens. Here's the beautiful graphic I was just talking about, mentioning the Tomb chain analytics with 2,000 wallets, actually up to 2,048 when this was made. All right, next up, we have a reduction in fees. That is correct. Now that we are ready to come up, not that we are ready to come up for air or anything, as we're buried neck deep in building, but it is now time to reduce the initial fees for bridging from Phantom to Tomb chain. So enjoy the fee reduction from 0.25% to 0.1%. And we have a graphic right here that'll show you the reduced bridge fees from Phantom Opera to Tomb chain. It was 0.25 and is now 0.10. All right, moving on, we have some Life updates here. Life continues to grow as we continue to add more and more pieces of the puzzle to our Life protocol. This week, we spent a lot of time finalizing the stablecoin solution, which is that L3USD we talked about last week and the week prior. So more on that is coming in just a minute. We've been finalizing testing and tweaking the nursery that was announced last week, as well as making preparations for the quarterly Genesis pools in the meantime. Now, we're wrapping up testing on some new pools that will be added to the garden this week. However, from the time of the Tomb Tuesday announcement to the making of this video, all of these pools are now live. All right, here we can see all of the pools all in one shot. There should be 12 together. Some of them are new, some of them are the original 6, but you'll be able to go there right now. It's live right now at the garden on life.com. All right, speaking about Life, let's talk about the game of Life. A highlight, if you will. The leveraged APRs in the terrace are some of the best in the market, right? Very tough to beat. We're seeing times where the APRs are eclipsing 1,000%. Tomb Life, FTM Life are the two highest at the moment. The terrace on life.com enables users to maximize investments by leveraging their LPs for more farming and liquidity provider rewards. So we'll take a look at that right now. This is just a screenshot from earlier today, but it's nice and easy to look at. So now remember, you're at 10x, so you're leveraging, right? Now you can leverage anywhere in between, 1.01, I believe, and some of these up to 11 or 12%, give or take. Every pool will be slightly different. So take a look when you're on there. Just click on the actual pool. You'll get all the relevant data, and then as you deposit your LPs, you'll be able to slide the leverage bar over. But 635 with a 10x, 546 with a 10x, 812 with a 10x. That's really substantial, right? That's really good APRs. I mean, especially in this market, but at any time, those are really good APRs. All right, moving on from there, we're going to talk about Curve. So one of the first steps in a otherwise lengthy process to get the functionality that they're looking for L3USD is to set up some Curve pools and look at the data, look at the balancing, and see how everything is working, providing liquidity for those pools. So factory 114, L3 DAI USDC, and factory 115, L3 USD, FUSDT, and USDC. We'll take a look at that in 1 minute. All right, so here we can see the Curve pools are up. I mean, the factory's open, right? The factory 114 right here in factory 115, these are open. Those pools are live. The Curve pools are there. So we are watching the data. We're looking at how the balancing is happening. We're just gathering more data points before it gets any further onto the next step of getting the L3 stablecoin out and about. And we will talk about that in just 1 second. All right, so with those Curve pools being mentioned, this is the next item I want to talk about, which is new LPs for the Cemetery V2. Now, these new LPs will not only include just the Curve pools that we just talked about, but also an additional 3 LPs that are coming to Cemetery V2, L3, USDC, FUSDT, and DAI, right? Those 3 pairs, L3 USD for each one, and then USDC, FUSDT, and DAI. So when all the testing is complete, those pools will be added to the Cemetery V2 on Tomb.com. Now, step 1 is balancing all the Curve pools. Step 2 is adding all these offerings onto Tomb.com. And then rest assured, the Garden will be seeing some love as well, as we just saw. Right, the Garden just saw 6 new pools added, and that was the reference right here of the Garden seeing some love. Yes, the Garden did see some love. It just got some new pools. Here you can see just a screenshot in testing in beta, but L3USD USDC LP, L3USD FUSDT LP, and L3USD DAI LP, and then also on top of that, the Curve pools. We don't have to read them all over, right? But you're gonna have 4 Curve pools. So these are in the works. They're in testing right now. So expect to see them soon. When they do go live, there will be an announcement in Telegram. There will be an announcement on Discord, and there will likely be a tweet that goes out just to mention that they're out there. All right, moving on from there, let's talk briefly about FELIX. Now, FELIX, when it first launched, we were looking at about 600 different trading pairs, adding in some new DeFi tokens that have never been on that type of exchange before. So using CeFi stop limits and real limit orders and real market buys and sells with real books. All that stuff. So using DeFi tokens in that manner and being able to trade them legit is really, really, really cool. It's very unique to all of DeFi. But anyway, that was 600 pairs. Now sitting at 900 pairs. So over 900, I believe it's 918 or so, but 900 different trading pairs. And remember the fees, the discount in fees. I mean, if you go all the way up to VIP 9, you're talking about 80% fee reduction. Right, for makers and 60% for takers. That's insane. But trading fees are really good, and all you have to do is hold Tomb in your FELIX wallet. On top of that, the mobile version is out. We talked about it last week and the week before. I believe the week before that was just Android, but so Android, iOS, but they're both out. They're both available. You can download them and use FELIX right on your phone. And then on top of all of that, the FELIX Medium page is now live. So we talked about Reddit last week and the week before. So the Reddit page is live, and now the Medium page is live. The first article is live. It is on there. The link to it will be in the video description of this video. You can go there. You could follow FELIX, and it says right here. So read the first article, but FELIX aims to be everyone's best bud while trading. Be that of a new trader who needs some guidance and what's going on, or an experienced trader who's just tired of being alone while trading. And of course, trading can be a very, very, very lonely sport. It's a very one-person task. That's why groups are really good, to talk to other people, bounce some ideas off of other people. But those groups are also, very subject, right, to the wrong person giving you the wrong information, or they don't know what they're talking about, and then you end up taking a loss and you blame it on everybody else. But FELIX is the kind of center role, right? It's right in the middle of everything, sort of like that mentor figure, only putting out positive information, only putting out good advice, that type of thing. So those articles will likely be geared in that direction, but regardless, go to the Medium page, start following it, and then when new articles come up, you will be first there to go see it. We can check the Medium out right now. All right, here we're on the FELIX Medium homepage. This is the first article here, so you could just click the article, and then from here, read through the article. You got some nice pictures, the whole bit. All right, let's talk about life in crypto. Now, this goes hand in hand with the Fannie and T-Bone airdrop. So we're working on this behind the scenes while we work on Tomb and while we work on Life. Every piece of everything that we do needs to be carefully timed so that all the pieces of the puzzle can work together seamlessly. The other week, we added the integration of Fannie and T-Bone to our Life swap, and we're polishing up some of the first stories that will debut shortly. Your patience is appreciated. We are making great progress for our stories of Fannie and T-Bone. Take a look at the sneak peek down below, and we'll take a look at that in just 1 minute. As we are getting closer and closer to launching the adventures of Fannie and T-Bone, one of the pieces of the puzzle we've been creating is a storyline, something we call Life in Crypto. Stay tuned, as these comics are something we have been planning to do for a while. Fannie and T-Bone will be one of the core pieces of the story, but the comic gives us the flexibility to talk about interesting stories from all over the crypto world. So what we will show you right now will be Welcome to Life in Crypto. This is comic strip 001, the Fannie Genesis story. All right, so here you can see it right here. I don't need to read it for you. You can pause the screen. You can see the 6 cells and go through it from there. But that is Life in Crypto. This is 001, the Fannie Genesis story, and that's all going to get wrapped up into Fannie T-Bone and the whole bit. So that's really just getting started right there. So some exciting stuff to look forward to in the coming weeks, months, years. All right, so that'll wrap it up for this Tomb Tuesday. Everything else we talk about is just talking about the checklist, or the all the different things that are coming that we're in building mode. We'll take a look at that graphic on the way out. But outside of that, the game of Tomb and the game of Life was built for everybody. And as always, we appreciate all your time and effort and your commitment to being here and being part of the ecosystem, being an amazing community, and the whole bit, right? So that never, ever, ever changes. Deep appreciation for everybody that's in here. Here is the graphic I was referring to here. We're in building mode. And you can see the green things are all live. And then we have other things are coming. So Fountain of Life. We have the nurseries coming. L1 we talked about a few weeks ago. That's, again, 6 months out minimum before we ever get another update on that. But there's just a ton going on. I don't think there's any other protocol even close. There's just a ton of action going on for the Tomb Life ecosystem. And again, that will wrap it up for this week. So this is August 23rd, update number 50. And as always, we keep calm, Tomb on, and enjoy life.